Greeting, lovely viewers. Once again, this is your Keymama on Keymama show. Today, you can see on my right, I have one of Gadangbe chiefs all the way from the motherland for us to have a conversation about what is going on, particularly on the Adan land, Adan side, from the Greater Accra region. And you'll be marveled if you take your time to listen. You might be an investor, you never know. And it's coming up very soon. But I would like to give a brief background about my chief. I'll call him my chief. Normally, I like the host, the guests, or whoever, everybody to speak for themselves. But today, I have asked permission to, just read a little bit background about him. Nene Lomo IV is a traditional ruler and the divisional chief of the LomobiaWe clan of Adan Traditional Council. He was installed as a divisional chief in April 2015 and has since been the icon of development of the Adan state. Nene Lomo IV serves as a board member and the head of research committee of the Lands and Commission of Ghana in the current government, head and chair of publicity committee of Adan Traditional Council and Festival Committee. You all know Asafutu, right? He graduated with MBA, Project Management from Roehampton University, UK, as a mechanical engineering from the University of Mines and Energy, Ghana. As a mechanical engineer and architect, he has worked with the Anglo Gold Ashanti, Disengolf Flexi Space Ghana Limited, among others. The rest, I think he will add it up for you to know more because he has a lot of nice sleeves. He wears so many hats. If he's not in the regalian today, you will not even know that, he's a big chief. Anya megadang baby, in your kwami Keymama, mene Keymama show. Mene minenche manche, Adam manche, yakasha, chencho, then your banu, boy Adam mami. You walk many mintaning when you're to a few, couldn't you bo one Nene Lomo, the fourth, no, they york a how when you walk about Bassan. It's here for me to make a sat, no man can't casa. Someone in Keymama send me a yasem. It's your neck, me, every year down Kuruso. What about America? No, so what about the neighbor? And then Nana, Keymama, it was say, Minya, Aquenya, Namini Dinkomo, near Shania Coso, a war, ye Adan Krum, and I say Ghana. Nti Muti, Namo Shaya, dear, then ye Barbie Dinkomo, and enter. Welcome, Nene Lomo, to Keymama show. How are you today?
Thank you very much. I'm doing very well by the grace of God.
You look glamorous. I think this kente, I will get it before you leave. Just make sure that I get it because this is the real one.
No problem.
I get it. You are witness. So, Nene, you heard me reading about you, a brief background. What have I left off?
Yes, I've worked with a series of companies in Ghana. Apart from Anglo Gold Ashanti in Takwa, I've worked with Flexi Space Limited in Tema. I've worked with Atlantic Climate Control Limited. Like you said, Disengolf West Africa. I worked there. I'm a CEO of a company known as Fresh Air Systems. I do import air conditioners and I supervise for it to be installed. I also do a lot of my private architecture businesses and construction too. I do. But really people call me development consultant. So I'm into mechanical and I'm into architecture as well.
So people called you, but you don't practice as a consultant.
That's what I was doing, but since I became the divisional chief of LomobiaWe, I do not have the time to be able to do a lot of it. So my supervisors and then other project managers do say, but I still maintain the name developmental consultant, and most people that's how they call me.
Ah, for educational purposes. You had your business going on all right, and you were installed to become a chief, and due to the errands for the kingdom or for the people of your
LomobiaWe.
LomobiaWe, you have to push aside your consultancy, right?
Yes.
That means the kingship is giving you more money than your business, because you need that money to feed into your kingdom. So how are you being able to manage the kingdom? Because I know it's a huge kingdom.
Thank you very much. Keymama, a lot of people ask me these questions, and the issue is that when we talk of kingship, it's a service to the people. And I sometimes I used to combine both my work and then the chieftaincy or the kingship. But it got to a time that I had a lot of court cases, and most of my elders who used to front those court cases are passed on, so I have to take over myself. There are meetings that are done traditional council, and there are many meetings that are held in a year, and I'm supposed to be there. There are meetings that are a whole lot, so I'm engulfed with activities within my kingdom, so I'm unable to fully practice. So I do work, and I take contracts from people and companies, and not to work under companies like I used to when I wasn't a chief. So I'm combining both my kingdom. I'm working in my kingdom, and I'm also working privately as an architect and an engineer, and as a whole project manager and a development consultant.
Great. We have similar background or same background. But you mentioned like court cases that your forefathers were going back and forth, and now you had to follow. So I'll say, is it a land litigation issue or a family issue?
Yeah, we as Lomobia, we have land at two different locations. At that east, we have a lot of land there. We have over 67,000 acres of land.
67,000 acres of land. That's huge.
Yes, and when you come to Ada East, we have about 13,000 acres of land. Ada East, we are okay there. I have done the registration to title, but in Ada West, there are a lot of litigations because a lot of different people settled on our land. So people were born there, and they also give birth to their children. And the children think
they are the indigenous of the land.
But the lands have been there before we settled on them. And people own it before we were born, or before our fathers and forefathers were born. So until we get to the court, they thought that the land belongs to them. So there are a lot of land litigations in our area. There used to be litigations regarding the chieftaincy, but I've won all cases. There are one or two also in courts, which I don't know what to talk about, so that for the content. But really, it's a land litigation. There are land litigation that I am into.
Okay, speaking of land litigation, as a daughter of the land of Ada, and watching and hearing from the media, we know there's issue of the Songo land. Is it part of your division?
Yes. In Ada East, I have land which falls within the concession of the Songo. The Songo itself, it's a lagoon, but the adjoining lands which are added to it, I own part of it. Ada East, like I said, I have portions in it. And then Ada West also have portions in it. So, some form part of the concession.
Okay.
Those ones are not litigation.
Before we dive into investment opportunities that are there, I'm much interested to know the status of the current Songo situation. Is it everything okay, and what is going on? What do you know about it?
Okay, everything is not okay. The investor is working, but I think there are still a few issues which are being handled around. I happen to be part of the beginning of these electrical issues, and whatever happens from the beginning till now, I happen to be part of it. But really, we are not entirely okay with everything. The people, some are still agitating, some are also happy. We have some employment, but we are not getting it as expected. Well, the place is occupying now. It's small, even though a bigger construction has been given. But where he's working is very small. Until he expands the project, we won't be able. I'm not sure the company will be able to employ more people to work in a very small area until the place is open up.
Oh,
Until the issues are resolved, I'm not sure they'll be able to employ a lot of people as anticipated.
oh, okay. So currently, it's just a small portion of the land that is being utilized or to generate the salt.
Yes.
But if I may ask, I don't know whether you feel comfortable answering this question, but recently we saw some army guys leash on our women and our brothers on the land related to this Songo land because they are preventing them. How true it is?
Seriously, I don't know much about that issue. I think I was in Accra one day. I was coming from the Land Commission meeting in Accra, and someone called me that there was an issue between certain people from the company and then from the military and then the people from the villages. But I was not there. I wasn't able to answer questions coming from the person. So I can't say much about it. I tried researching to find out what it is. That there are a lot of issues. The company are saying one thing, the people are also saying another. We only have to calm a tempest and to find a way forward. So I wouldn't be able to say much about that
Okay.
issue.
Before I saw the Songo questions, from your perspective or observation, since you are part of the initial arrangement or conversation, where what do you foresee in the next just a short term, 2 to 3 years, that Electrocam will be able to expand and hire more people from the Adalan and our mothers that has depend on the Songo for their daily bread and caring for us, which is the children, for schooling. Is there any plans initially when you were involved? Was there any plan laid out for how they are going to handle them? What sum of compensation they are going to get by staying back and allowing the company to use the machine to refine the salt? Are they going to give them, like, if our mothers or our fathers that are on the land using their hand to get the salt to refine, are they going to have some shares in the Electrocam, or are they buying them off? Where do they stand? I'm interested.
Okay. Keymama, thank you very much. This Songo Lagoon issue and then Electrocam, the company working, a lot of, I don't know if I can say a lot of, a whole lot of things are happening. For instance, let me say when we started, we, the chiefs or the clans who own lands in the area, the leadership were met by Electrocam, and we tried to put up MOU. So because we, the leadership of those who own lands in that concession, leads our people or heads our people, we had to meet without the people. So we prepared the MOU, and after that we had to go into the communities to do engagement with the people. Some agreed to meet us, others did not want to hear anything because they thought it was their livelihood. Probably we were coming to take it away from them. So they felt they have nothing to depend on. So therefore they decided to actually fight the project and also to disagree with whatever we were saying. So we saw a very good light from the beginning, but as matters unfold, we realized that some people too were not happy because they need to destroy something to be able
Properties.
yes to be able to revamp the whole thing. So some were not agreeing, some had also agreed, but most chiefs have agreed. There are few chiefs within the concession who did not want the company to take over and to work. The company managed to work to a point and they are still working. But some of us too, or some of the chiefs are still agitating and preventing the company from working. So for now, like I said earlier, until we sit down with the company, agree as to what will be ours.
And review.
Yes. What we didn't do well or right. I think the this kind of
challenges go
will
on.
still continue.
I hope it comes to settle.
We only pray that the engagement continues. If we stop on the way, I think we will not be able to meet what we need to.
Adam people are not easy.
We are very difficult. we are one like people, so we are very difficult.
No, it's not that we're difficult. We know where we stand. We stand on our grounds. We don't want to be taken down unless you explain everything to us and we understand it properly. I have that blood in me. And I know you do too, but
yes,
sometimes, we got to play some hardball a little bit. So thank you very much for giving us a brief background about this Songo, and I hope that everything will be settled. How is the education system on your land? Our children, our grandchildren are interested in educating themselves in the academic area.
Thank you very much. This is a very important question, which has been on my heart all the time to tell the whole world. Sometimes back, people in my area, like from Sege all the way to Tobloku area, had been doing well. Even when there were no lights, we used to study.
Are you so sono?
Yes, because some tototo, because some lentil, those ones to study.
Sono.
And we were doing better. But when light came and water came,
civilization,
we just couldn't believe what was happening. So there have been a lot of researches, and it looks as if our children are not studying really well now. And we don't have much educational facilities in the area also. For instance, we have one secondary school and one technical school at Adan East. We have only one secondary technical school in Adan West again. And I think it is not enough for us to be able to challenge, for our children to challenge themselves and to study more. So it is not all that good for our area. So some of us are advocating that there should be more schools in the area, and we should also push hard for our children to study. There are schools we do not have teachers to teach, and when you go into the schools, you see a lot of children playing at a longer period than studying. So the educational system in Ghana now is not the best. It didn't used to be like it used to be, and people don't want to talk about it, but it affects us as parents. When you school your children and they go and come back and they learn nothing. I mean, so what do we get from this? So the government must try as much as possible to assist us to do a lot more, to empower our kids to study. We are doing our best, but we are not teachers. We are only parents. So we need the government to really come up to help us. I need private schools in my area to be able to contest for the government school to contest with them. There are few private schools which are only for the basic, and class 3 plus 2 are reading. The JHS students who are in Form 2, Form 3, some can't read. So there's no competition in the public schools. The private schools are doing better. So I think whatever it takes for the public schools to do better, we need to provide it. The government must set up and do so.
Okay. So you mentioned that there are not enough facilities, which is school buildings,
Yes.
available for the kids to go, and also there are not enough teachers to help the children in the school.
Exactly.
As a chief, maybe I'm so Americanized, but what do you have on the table? You have a land allocated for school buildings, like you are chosen your borough or your constituent, that in this place at least this school should be here and this should be here, and like you have a budget or business plan or plan to submit to the government, and the government says, oh, I can do it, have you make that attempt to the Board of Education. Also, for the children, the little that I know is that for the children to be interested in schooling, it has to start from day one. Most of the times we wait till the child is like 6 years old and the distraction is away. But here in America, we have a pre-K where the parents will leave the children there so they'll go about their business and come back and get the kids. I think that needs to be implemented too, so the children will be more interested in learning. When I was growing up in Ghana, you know, but things are changing because technology. So things are not like years before. Now we are living in a global village. Everyone have accessible to technology. So we also have to change our strategy. Based on the question that I asked you, what plan have you put in place for the school buildings and the teachers in your plan?
Thank you very much, Keymama. For me, I have decided to put up a plan and then to allocate lands for school buildings. Keymama, I wanted to have a school, like I said, contest or to compete with the public schools. But I realized that the private schools are doing better. The same teachers. So you ask yourself, what happened that the private school does better and the public school does? I am looking for an investor, not the government, to actually build schools on my land. I have over 400 acres of land.
400 acres?
Yes, that I have planned that whoever or whichever investor is ready to partner the community or my clan or myself to build schools right from preschool all the way to the university level, I am ready to meet that company or investors to be able to do this on an Adan land, LomobiaWe land, specifically into Bloku area.
Bloku?
To Bloku
area.
The first settlement of the Adans.
Oh.
The Adans stayed into Bloku for 101 years before moving to Bigada, our current settlement.
Okay. So it's good that you moved to the investment. That's like you're reading my mind. So now tell the people, what are some of products people can tap in or business people can invest on your land? We know Adan is the top of the salt, but aside from that, what are some? Now tell your people, they are listening and watching. So over to you.
Thank you very much. I have a lot of plans that I've put in place, proposals that I've put in place, looking for investors to take over and also to partner us to be able to develop the area. Education, as you rightly said, is part of it. We have lands that have been earmarked for mariculture and aquaculture. We have land that have been earmarked for industrial purposes. And we have lands that have been earmarked for real estate. We have crop farming, lands for crop farming, and other things. Very, very soon, we will put before the public documents that I refer to as proposals from my state with details as to what type of investors we want to invest in our area. When we talk of mariculture and fish farming, I have lowlands or lagoons which already have fishes in it, which means that if we decide to modify it by rearing it or by opening that area up and putting a lot of fishes, we could be able to do more with fishing in the area. We could become one of the biggest producers of fish in the area, which is what we call tilapia in my area. We brought a company to the area in 2016 to come and produce shrimps and then export. They started doing so well. Whatever happened before the production has gone down, I do not know. I need another company, either to come partner that one or to come for another land so we can continue to produce shrimps in my area. Like I said, I'm a farmer, crop farmer myself. I have over 4,000 coconut plantation seedlings which have been planted already. They are doing very well. I am yet to see it fruiting. Like you see, they are growing very fast and they are building very well. I needed more farmers to come around. If they want, anybody who wants 200 acres, the person should be able to get or to have and to produce whatever it is that will help the area. I had said on other networks that Ada produces the largest tomatoes now and watermelon. Yes, just as salt, the biggest part of it, it's coming from Ada in Ghana and West Africa. In the same vein, we have a lot more watermelon than any other person or any other town or community. So I need investors to come around or come see us so we could build a factory that we can process the watermelon into drinks and other things. The same as tomatoes. We produce it just within 3-4 months and it's all over on the streets. Nobody buys.
Seriously?
Yes. So without factories, we will continue to produce but waste these products. So many commodities that are grown in my area need factories to be able to process it and also to be able to keep it for a longer period so that it won't get waste, it won't go waste. So these are some of the things. I have a lot of investment opportunities in my area, but I have no capital to develop them. It's only investors that can come to the area and help develop it.
Break, and we are back again. And once again, I welcome you to the Keymama show and welcome you to the United States of America. We have said a whole lot. We get to a point that you are pleading for investors. So now over to you. Talk to your investors, maybe someone watching you and they are looking for a place or some land or something to invest in. So talk to your listeners and viewers.
Okay, I was talking about investors coming to invest in my area. The area specifically is in the eastern part of the Greater Accra region. And we are between the sea and then the river on that eastern part. And then proximity to get to the area, as to the location of the area is so close to Tema. You know, Ada is about 30-45 minute drive from Tema, and then you are in Ada. So we need factories.
What about from the airport?
From the airport to Tema is between 10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then from there to Ada, it's between 35 to 40.
So give and
minutes.
take like an hour, 15 minutes or so.
You are there. And most farmers don't like their farm to be within town. They want it far away, so people
Okay.
will not disturb the farm. So I need investors to come around, to come and do crop farming, to come and do fish farming, mariculture, and then aquaculture, and then do businesses when it comes to housing projects. We need investors to come around. Seriously, the land is not for sale. We will partner each other, or you took over by way of lease, either short lease or long-term leases. We are ready for investors to come in to do their businesses with us. So this is where I will say that without you investors, we won't be able to do anything. We will remain undeveloped. With you, we can be developed. We can take over children as chiefs and people in the area. The community will grow. And without you, we will be there, and then nothing will happen to our communities. We need you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so in case someone wanted to reach out to you, do you want to put your number out there, or is there a website they have to go, or maybe social media handle?
Right now, African, what's her name? Best Prince, led by, I forgot the name.
African Bank Brain.
African Bank.
Brain Bank.
Brain Bank.
Brain Bank.
African Brain Bank.
Are my partners, and Keymama being one of a partner in that company or that group. When Keymama is contacted, I think I am okay to go. Wherever the investor comes from, you can go through Keymama, who works with this huge company, to get to us, and then we are good to go. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, viewers. As you heard, Nene Lomo of LomobiaWe. We are asking for you to come invest in that area, the Greater Accra, Adan. This is Adan area. Even if you forget the name, just say Adan.
Just 3 letter words.
And you will love it. We have the Aqua Safari. We have so many things, recreational facilities. Now we need farming, we need schools. Education is everything. Our children are suffering. And you as investor, you have the money and we have the land. Come and let's talk. You can contact me 929-240-2149, or social media handles is Keymama Show. And once you inbox me, we can talk and I'll connect you to Nene Lomo and the Brain Bank Company. So thank you all very much. And don't forget, our partner in business is Holistic Migration. So please don't hesitate. Come and let's do business at Ada. God bless you.
Amen.